very good morning to you, and welcome to yet another very wonderful week, another very wonderful day, Monday, the 9th day of February 2026. My name is Nyamgul Agaji, and this is how I welcome you to the front page review on this day. It's a very interesting week because a lot of people are looking forward to Saturday and what is happening on Saturday. Valentine's Day celebration. But remember, it's Valentine's Day celebration on Saturday, not balance time. Nobody is owing you anything but love. Like they say in the scripture, owe nobody anything but love. So, how much are you willing to sacrifice as the person we're celebrating on that day? Please don't let this day be a day that relationships will end instead of strengthening it, because this is how or what gave rise to the celebration of this day in the first place. So if you read about the Saint Valentine's that is being celebrated on that day, know that it's about sacrifice and not about demands, sometimes very outrageous demands from some people. You have to do this, otherwise you don't show that you love me and all that. In fact, if you are in love, every day is Valentine's. So don't break the bank, don't steal, don't do a lot of things that are not good enough just because you want to have a Valentine. I needed to say that on a Monday so that as you're preparing for Saturday, you know that what you should be doing is praying for each other, thinking about how to make your lives better for each other, and not necessarily you have to do this more than you did last year, more than my neighbor is doing for the girlfriend or the boyfriend and all that. What is that what love is about? Love goes beyond material gifts and all that. So just think about the life of Valentine, Saint Valentine's, and try to emulate, because he died for love. Are you ready to die for love? Or you just want to clean every bank account because of love? Now the choice is yours anyway. But anyway, that is not part of the headline this morning. The headlines this morning are right before me. And as usual, we're going to go to the headlines, see what they are this morning. And then we're going to be joined later by Dr. Anosike, who will try to analyze some of these headlines. That will be right after Rufai Oseni's thoughts on the headlines as well. And then after that, we open the lines for you to discuss with us. You're our greatest guest on the show all the time. So let's go to the headlines right now, beginning from the headlines on the Punch newspaper. Electoral Act standoff. Senate calls emergency plenary as protest looms. That emergency plenary is supposed to be held tomorrow, Tuesday, the 10th of February, 2025, or 2026. Sorry, it's as if I'm living in the past now. It's 2026. They're supposed to. The decision was disclosed on Sunday in a statement signed by the clerk of the Senate, Emmanuel Odo, who said all senators have been directed to reconvene for that plenary. Okay, so tomorrow we'll hear what they will talk about, especially as it concerns the real-time transmission or electronic transmission of results from every polling unit. Okay, even though in the meantime the Senate President has spoken about why, or defended why the said real-time transmission will not be good enough. The excuse he gave is that they don't want a situation where maybe there will be a glitch in the network and it will lead to a lot of court cases here and there. So they want to leave the discretion to the hands of INEC to decide how to transmit that election at the appointed time. Well, Nigerians are not taking it. Okay. We also have a story, what Peter Obi is saying. Nigeria is not lacking in talent. Tinubu wife for historic UK state visit in March is another headline there. Kogi shuts markets, motor parks to flush out terrorists. Okay. Kogi shuts markets, motor parks to flush out terrorists. All right, let's see how that works. Makinde Wike camp set for showdown at PDP headquarters today. So let's see. There's also a story making the rounds that Wike has sent a lot of curses to the people who support betrayers, saying that when it gets to your time, he was praying fervently that those people, even if it means they should die because they are supporting betrayers. And by betrayers, it means people who are supporting those who will not allow the godfathers to be godfathers where they are. And it's just a very laughable thing because he was at the fore when it came to fighting the so-called godfathers. You know his role he played in Edo when Obaseki was in power and was about to be ousted by his party and all that. And he said, godfathers, oh, Edo no be Lagos. It came from him. And how he himself fought to a standstill, the influence that was coming from the people who were supposed to be like his godfathers. Now he's praying fervently that those people should, go 6 feet deep. I wonder if he's praying against himself or he's praying against someone else because it is his turn to be a godfather. Canada-based Nigerian faces trial over alleged hate-motivated harassment. Okay, so remember that February 21, there will be the FCT election. APC, ADC, PDP upbeat ahead of that election is a story there. I think the picture will begin to be a little bit clear of what 1 year after now will be like from that election of FCT. So that we can put our houses in order. Let's see how it is going to go. If it is going to be free and fair, then we have a peek into 2027. If it is not going to be free and fair, we also have a peek into 2027. And whatever we need to correct, the time is now. So it's a litmus test for all of us. We'll see how strong the opposition is. We'll see how strong the leading party is. We'll see how things will go in 2027 unless we do the right things. Okay, let's move to another newspaper, which this time is the Daily Trust newspaper. Electoral bill, NLC threatens mass action. That is the leading headline on the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Okay, so we have data here that attacks on police facilities kill 45 officers in 1 year. So men in uniform have given their lives because of this attack. So the bandits are not only attacking innocent civilians, they are also attacking the force formations and killing people. We don't even know the number of soldiers that have died in the course of the last 1 year, but we have this for police. These are official figures. There may be unofficial figures that we do not know about. It's unfortunate. That's the country we are in right now. So we go to the Punch newspaper. Not the Punch newspaper now. We just finished with the Punch newspaper. We're going to the Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard newspaper has 2027 Why Nobody Will Beat Tinubu in Lagos Again by Senator Ganiyu Solomon. So you might just want to see what that reason is that Tinubu will go unopposed in Lagos State. Let's see how that goes. Then 2027, how 3 Southern senators scuttled real-time e-transmission of election results. That's according to sources. You might want to read that, and possibly I hope these senators are named so that whatever their constituency is, if the people are not comfortable with their stance, they can be named and shamed. Okay, so 2027, 3 Southern senators scuttled real-time e-transmission of election results. NNPCL's $1.5 billion refinery failure proves my privatization call right. That is according to Atiku Abubakar. Okay. On the Sun newspaper, insecurity, tension in Kogi, Niger. Tension in Kogi, Niger is a leading headline on the Sun newspaper. Okay. And then police confirm arrest of suspect over death of gospel singer others in Lagos. There was that story of a gospel singer that died inside a studio here in Lagos. So you might want to read that if it's a story of interest to you. Insecurity. U.S. military delegation arrives in Aso Rock. Okay. I hope they will not be indoctrinated, but they have arrived in Nigeria. At least that's one part of the showdown with the bandits. So they have arrived. A delegation from the United States, led by the commander of the United States Africa Command, USA FRICOM, arrived at the presidential villa, Abuja, on Sunday. They were led by General Dagvin R. Anderson, commander of USA FRICOM, or US AFRICOM, and accompanied by the charge the affairs of the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria, Kate Herfen. Alongside others, the delegation was received by President Bola Tinubu. Okay, so Nigerians are watching. What will they be told? How much powers will they have to do what in our forest to make sure they bring this banditry to their knees, or its knees? The Daily Post leads with school security, man in police net for defiling pupil in Aba school. It's a private security man employed by a private school in Aba, Abia State, and he was arrested because he defiled a pupil in that school. So that's a very disturbing news. Everybody is hustling now to put food on the table, and because of that, a lot of parents don't even have time for their children, and one of the safest places to go to is school. And then you find that in school they are not even safe. We're not talking about bandits this time. It's an internal bandit, as it were. Private security man had to defile a small child. That is really, really disturbing. Okay. So we also have on the Guardian newspaper, we have Governor Yusuf mourns as 7 die, 70 injured in Kano road mishap. Meanwhile, Kano scraps IPOP's 5-year Monday sit-at-home order. Monday sit-at-home in the southeast has been scrapped by Kano. We hear he made a statement and said whoever is loyal to him should henceforth desist from obeying the sit-at-home order. Let's see. So if it continues, that means the people who are doing it are just criminals. There's no other excuse that Kanu is the one that they are doing it for. So let's just applaud that wherever it's coming from, whether it is Kanu who cancelled it or not. Let's just wait and see. Let's hope that that sit-at-home will really, really be abolished, and these people will heed the instruction of their supposed leader and let businesses return to normal. It affects everybody, not only in the southeast, but the entire nation. There were people who were only going to the east for Monday market. It used to be a big thing from south, southeast, southwest, even from the north. And now because of that, nobody could go there anymore. So it's not only the southeastern states that are losing money. Every other state that used to do business in the southeast is also losing money. Okay, let's go to the Nation newspaper, which leads with Senate reconvenes on Electoral Act 2022 amendment, and that will be tomorrow, as we already say. And there's a story that economic reforms are driving the manufacturing sector's comeback. So the manufacturing sector's comeback is being driven by the reforms of the present administration. You might want to read that news, that headline. Okay, so let's just drop it here for now and go to Joan Rufai for his thoughts this morning. And then after that, Dr. Anosike will be joining us. Stay with us.
So let me now throw some lights as regards this IRF matter. See, these are some of the key rulings from the courts. The IRF is not an official collation system. In the 2023 presidential election appeals, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, IRF is a public viewing for transparency, not actual collation declaration system. What we are pushing for now is that it should be made as a declaration system also. In fact, they further went ahead to say that unavailability or non-upload of ILEC on IREV explicitly held that failure to upload IREV cannot invalidate the results. When you look at it, the Supreme Court ruling expressly states that currently what we have based on the Electoral Act of 2022 that says INEC can use their discretion, the Supreme Court's interpretation confirms that electronic uploads are desirable, but are not legally binding on the validity of the results. So you cannot use them to judge an election results. And that's why we are saying that they should be also be made mandatory in evidence, made justiciable, so that election results can be based on them. I had to take our time to explicitly explain the arguments during the show for you today, because I see a lot of ignorance and a lot of people are interpreting and analyzing wrongly. Wisdom is profitable to direct.
Right. So, a couple of things making the rounds. The National Immigration Service has denied reports that it plans to shut down Southeast Passport Production Office. So, they said that report is false. DCI AS Akilabi, in a statement on Saturday, described the claim as entirely false and a gross representation of ongoing reforms to modernize passports operations. Akilabi explained that the NIS has introduced a phased onboarding process to migrate passport offices, including those in foreign missions, to a centralized production framework. He said that the modernization effort that began in 2024 is designed to enhance efficiency and integrity. According to him, the NIS has onboarded passport offices in the Northeast, North Central states, Yobe, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, Plateau, as well as 35 international stations across the country. So, and Udo said that the scheduled migration for the 5 Southeast states, Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo, and 5 additional international stations, including Italy, Greece, Spain, Switzerland, are ongoing within the first quarter of 2026. So he urged, the NIS spokesperson urged the public to disregard the speculative narrative capable of creating unnecessary tension. The clarification followed a post on Friday by a Facebook user claiming that that's Chinasa Nworo, that the Ministry of Interior has disqualified 5 Southeast states from printing international passports and plan to shut down the region's production center. So that story is false. You see, these are the things disinformation will cause. That's why, please, I beg you, anything you see on Facebook, on social media, be wary. Because that's the way they are going to use my face to lie that I'm advertising one Shoma Adebayo investment scheme, which is a lie. Because this story, somebody once asked me on my show, that why is everything against the Igbos? Why is everything against the Igbos? Why are they shutting down passport production office? I've been able to tell you now that they are not shutting down any passport production office. It's a lie. A Facebook user just started a lie and it went viral. So a lot of people lie just to be able to gain traction. And I think that's the downside to this social media thing that is going on. So once people see it, they believe it. Not everything you see on social media you must believe. So it has to be said. So, and also concerning something that somebody raised, I was talking about technical glitches for WAEC. It didn't only affect the Southeast region, it affected all regions of the Federation. And we just have to state that. So, people trying as much as possible to say, oh, the Southeast was what is affected and all of that. No, please. I'm just trying to correct some of these erroneous things, that people are going with. And why, you know, fix the matter as at the time that the matter transpired. So let us also be careful. Also, there's another story making the round I want to clarify. So listen to this. The Nigerian government has said it did not approve any history textbook called Living History that reportedly excluded Igbo culture and people, according to several social media posts. The publisher and head editorial, Caleb Akimola, told Premium Times that the book contains several stories about Igbo people and culture. And in a statement, Folashade Boriwo, the Minister of Education, said the textbook never received approval for use in schools. This is also a case of misinformation. And you see, these are the things they use to bait a lot of Igbo people and people in general. The ministry wishes to state clearly that Living History is not an approved textbook and has not been recommended for use. So where did this story come? And that's why you should be very careful of social media. The government response followed the controversy on social media that the book was approved by the government. In one video posted on Instagram, a social media user, Uche Nwora, said he was taken aback by the exclusion of Igbo people, the third major ethnic group in Nigeria, from a history textbook. He lied that the book represents other tribes but not Igbo whatsoever. This is another lie from social media. That's why I'm saying, please, do not believe everything you see on social media. People come to concoct lies on social media, and people start to spread misinformation. Please, it has to be said, do not believe that lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. Government has not approved any textbook of history that excludes the Igbo people. Via Twitter or X, species of Ina Beabaribe saying what transpired in the Senate. Hear it. How what they passed was different from what was recorded. Hear it.
The paper before us, which we're supposed to have just gone through. Although what was passed so that it was transferred. Then I walked to the Senate president and asked him, what exactly did we pass now? He told me, he said, oh no, it was transmission, it's not a problem, everything is fine. And I believed him. I came back, and then everybody was saying, no, this is what went on and all that. So we now said, okay, what do we do now? Under our rules, once the gavel is hit, you can only come back to that particular issue by a written motion. So it's like tying your hands. You can't move anymore. It's called a motion on rescission. And so what we now said, okay, fine. And he continued saying, don't worry, it was transmission. After all, he has been there in the rules before. But we said, no, the issue is not whether he has been there in the rules before. It was there. But it was there as an internal matter and a guideline of the INEC. And the Supreme Court ruled that the fact that it's a guideline of INEC does not make it law. That's why everybody wanted to be put in the law. So Where do we stand today? We stand with the fact that we thought that what we had passed was transmission. And they now say, oh no, what was passed is transfer. I say, okay, fine. Let us see the votes and proceedings. Usually, when you finish all your work in the Senate and do everything, the votes and proceedings which follow on the next legislative day, you have to pass it. And the question is it a true reflection of what we have done? So we intend, and in our press conference, we said it very clearly, we want to see the votes and proceedings and know exactly what they have put there as what we passed. If what they have put there as what we passed is transfer according to the 2022 Act, then it means that we will have to activate the next step of our resistance. Because the problem is very simple. If we don't stop this, if we don't make the transmission of results in the law, they're still going to do exactly what they do in 2023. Write results, call it, and tell you to go to court. When you now get to court, the court will now tell you that it's not in the law. That's it. Thank you very much, distinguished.
Okay.
Another.
So that's what transpired. That's what transpired. So I have been able to bring that out. So what happened is the Senate unanimously passed something on making it essential that the transmission of results is made justiciable. That means you can take it to court. The leadership of the Senate, led by Akpabio, was trying to calm them down that it's still the same thing, but it's something different. So we need to hold the Senate president accountable. And that's the voice of Senator Inaya Baribe. A couple of other senators too were on that call. Senator Natasha Apuja and all that came out against the leadership of the Senate.
Glad to know you're still there and listening to us. It's the front page review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Nyamgul Agadi. We just listened to Rufai Oseni on his thoughts on the headlines this morning. We're being joined by Dr. Peter Anosike. Doctor, good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's go to the headlines right away. Let's begin with what Rufai was saying. Some days ago, we were hearing some people saying that there was a textbook in the schools and that history was written and the exclusion of one ethnic group. I don't know if you have any insights to that or something that you might want to add.
Well, for me, the way Rufai saw it was also the way I saw it on the social media. So I saw somebody with a book, understand, and reading the content of the book. The book was titled Living History.
Yeah.
So for me, who assuming that or the book exists, understand? Whoever wrote that book just advertised his ignorance, understand? Because there's no way such a book can be written, understand? It will be making a mess of oneself. How can you write a story of Nigeria without putting the Igbos? It is practically impossible. How can you write, okay, what happened in 1960? Nigeria became independent in 1960. Nnamdi Azikiwe became the president. Tafawa and Balewa became the
Prime Minister.
How can you write such a story without including Zik? Understand me? How can you write about the days of the struggle for independence without including the NCNC, which was led somewhere by Herbert Makonde and later Nnamdi Azikiwe? It is practically impossible. How can you talk about what happened decree of 1966 without mentioning Nwafo Oriusu, who was the Senate president then, that handed over to John Thomas Aguiyi-Ironsi. Understand me? How can you write Nigerian history and remove these names?
Yeah,
and these are Igbos. So for me,
yeah, so it's a good thing that at least the Ministry of Education has come to say they never approved that. But don't you think a book like that should be removed from circulation? Because one day a copy dropped somewhere, could be read by somebody, and it will be telling a different story. Maybe that person might not have the opportunity to see the real story. Don't you think it should be withdrawn?
So that's what I assuming, because people have been asking me that they need a copies of the book at all costs. Understand? I say I've not seen it. I don't know whether it exists or not. Understand? So I don't know whether it exists or not. But assuming it exists, it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. Assuming it exists, it's a whole, because you cannot tell all the story of Nigeria without putting the Igbos. Let me tell you one thing. In my book, 100 Years of Amalgamation, Igbos, What Hope in Nigeria, I disputed the argument that Igbos are descendants of Jacob. Understand? And I stated clearly, during the days of Abraham, Igbos are already in this geographical space called Nigeria. Understand? So if Igbos are existing the same time with Abraham, and Abraham gave birth to Isaac, then Isaac to Jacob, how can now Igbos be descendants of Jacob? Understand? Because Igbos were already in existence in this geographical space called Nigeria before, when Abraham was there. Understand me? And Igbos were the first to get to this space. And the last was the Hausa Fulanis, who are not up to 1,000 years old. So how can you tell a story of a house without mentioning the landlord? So Igbos are the landlord of Nigeria. So okay. that assuming that book exists, it is absolute nonsense. I belong to the one of the best writing school in the world, IBWC, International Book Writing Clinic. Understand? So I know a lot about writing. Understand? So assuming that the book exists, they just want to make a mess of themselves. Igbos are the landlord of Nigeria. Understand me?
I'm sure that will bring another topic another day. But let's go to what is happening in the Southeast right now. We hear Nnamdi Kanu has called off the Monday sit at home. What do you make of that?
Well, Nnamdi Kanu was never in support of this sit at home. The sit at home now was perpetrated by Simon Ekpa, which is a gang. Simon Ekpa and his gang. Understand me? And they were using it to cause mayhem. On many occasions, Nnamdi Kanu has said that it has nothing to do with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is just a social media champion using iPop to make money and to enhance his status. That is why even when before he was sent that to jail, he denied the iPop. He said that he's a social media content creator. So Nnamdi Kanu had never been in support of this, because sit at home is destroying our economy. But the truth is that people don't really know about this sit at home in the country. The first sit at home happened in Lagos, and that was 2006, organized by Ralph Owazurike of the Mossad then.
Yeah.
That was under the Obasanjo government. On that day, Owazurike told all Igbos, stay at home, don't open your shop. And the Igbos who are in most of the major markets in Nigeria stayed at home. Understand? Obasanjo was shocked. Now Obasanjo came to say, don't worry, it was not successful. Igbos went for their August meeting. And that was but one. Owazurike used to call me his PA media. Understand? And anytime he's arrested, it's always me that his wife called first. I was in the Sun newspaper then. Understand? So we were always together talking. So I knew what happened. The first sit at home happened in Lagos, not in the southeast.
Okay. But now that you've said Nnamdi Kanu, yes, we remember the stories, how Nnamdi Kanu was condemning it and all that. But it persisted, and some people say they're doing it in solidarity of Nnamdi Kanu, which means he doesn't necessarily have to be the one to give the command. So does it mean this news that seemed to be good news that we will finally find closure and not see this sit at home anymore in the southeast may not even work because he was not the one who gave the command in the first place?
One, he has never been, understand me, and to me it is criminal elements that are causing this, that are shutting this sit at home. It is affecting the Igbos seriously. An instance, if you are going to the east and tomorrow is Monday, buses park at Asaba.
Yeah.
Understand me? They park at Asaba until the day is over. So even if somebody is sick, has an emergency, understand, he has that to die in the house. So Igbos are losing billions on every sit at home day. So you cannot be fighting for your people with one hand and the other hand killing them. If there must be sit at home, it must be voluntary, not compulsory. Just like church, they said that Sunday is a worship day for Christians. It is voluntary. If you want to go there to church, you go. If you don't want to go, you stay at home. Understand me? Even another people don't read history. In the 18th century, going to church was mandatory in UK. Go and read the history of Britain in the 18th century. Going to church was mandatory. If you don't want to go to church, you'll be fined. So in order not to be fined, people rush to church. Understand? So at the end of the day, they say no, that this is not good. It should be made voluntary. So for me, sit at home should be made voluntary. If you want to stay in your house, you stay in your house. If you want to go to work or to anywhere, you go. Imagine that these criminal elements put a sit at home on the day they are supposed to take major subjects in WAEC. Understand? The day that you take maths, the day that you take English, and you still want the progress of your people. Understand? And these are West African exams. So if they miss maths, miss English, they are going to repeat. So you can see that these are very dangerous people in the society. So Nnamdi Kanu has never been part of it.
Okay. There's another headline here. On the Nation newspaper, we have how economic reforms are driving manufacturing sector's comeback. And then we also have, almost in the same breath, on Vanguard newspaper, manufacturers record 1.8 trillion naira unsold goods as demand slumps.
Excuse me, my friend. You people should be putting a Nation newspaper at the side. Understand? Because I don't believe what I read in the Nation newspaper. I don't believe what I read in the Nation newspaper. Nation newspaper is owned by Tinubu. All they are doing is projecting Tinubu. Understand? So we shouldn't use it as what for me. If I say any story in the Nation newspaper, I'll make sure that I go and confirm in the other newspapers before I agree. Now imagine what they wrote and what a Vanguard wrote. That explains what I mean. If you as a journalist, you can do your own investigation. Go to Owode and see how machines are being used for them to go to Ghana and to other countries on a daily basis. I'm challenging anybody. If you feel that business is growing, go to Owode. Understand? Last year, National Economic Summit Group, NESG, said that over 7 million businesses die in Nigeria. You read it. Then what can grow business in Nigeria when we don't have steady power supply? What do you think that can grow business in Nigeria when there's no enabling environment? What do you think that can grow business in Nigeria when the little money that you have, government is taking all of them in taxing? So Nation newspaper is a liar.
Okay. We're spoiling for a fight, as it were, in the FCT as they are preparing for election this month, February 21. And I was just saying, probably this is a litmus test for us in Nigeria to see what 2027 will be like. Do you think that as well?
No, that I don't think, because this is a council election. Understand? This is a council election, and we cannot use a national election is different from council election. So we can only judge INEC by what they do in a national election.
Why not council election? Because what we've seen over the years is that anywhere there's a sitting governor of a particular party, all the people that win in the councils belong to that party.
Because
that's not fairness.
Because the governor appoints his own INEC chairman. It's just like you.
But the president also does that for the INEC chairman.
But that's a national election. A president can Jonathan appointed and lose. Understand me? But a governor cannot appoint and lose. It's just like maybe you being in PDP, being in AD, being in APP, and coming to Lagos to contest the award of election.
I could win. You never know.
Never. The answer is never.
But there are people who are not of Yoruba stock that have won.
No, I'm not talking of ethnicity.
Yeah.
I'm talking of the party in power will clear all the local governments.
Okay.
So I'm not talking of where somebody comes from.
It doesn't matter where you come from, so long as you belong to.
Once they give you that ticket as APC local government chairman, that's of the state, it is a victory for you.
I think it will be a funny election. On the one hand, the FCT minister will want to show the president that is for him. In fact, now I hear they have launched a radio station in Port Harcourt just for campaign. And I don't know how the MBC approved that. Just for campaign for the president, a radio station launched by Wike. That's what I'm hearing. I'm yet to confirm even more. But we've seen statements from Lere Olayinka. If it was not doctored, that means it is true.
I read that last week.
Yes,
I read that
the station has been launched expressly for campaign for the president. But now he belongs to PDP and he's still fighting. There's going to be convention. There's going to be this and that. Who will now win the FCT? Is it his party, in quote, which is the PDP, or the party of his principal, who he's trying to impress at all costs and show that he's
Wike said that Tinubu told him, don't win everything in FCT. Remain some for me. That's what Nelson Wike said. That Tinubu told him, don't win everything in FCT. Remain some for me.
That's what we are now in Nigeria. So they can sit at table and divide us and say, okay, this one you will win, whether people vote for you or not. So
well, but the issue is this in Abuja now, because in Abuja now, I want to tell you, and that the most dominant party contest going in for this council election in Abuja is ADC, and not APC. It is ADC.
Okay. So let's see how that goes, because a lot of people will be watching. You are the one who has said that it's a council election. It may not be.
No,
the
it's a
same
council
thing.
election.
It may
now.
not be the same as the
It's
national
not
election.
like a national
But a lot of
election.
people see it differently. That this will make a statement. Nevertheless.
No. For me, it won't. But even APC is going to find it very, very difficult in Abuja, because of the Abuja is a civil service city. Understand? So, and the government is not treating the workers very well.
Okay.
So we are likely going to see a protest vote. So if it's not rigged, if it's not manipulated,
That's the question.
If
will
it's
it,
not-
will it be free and fair?
if it's not manipulated, ADC, African Democratic Congress, will win in Abuja.
Okay, so it's still a test then to see whether this rigging is still on the table and we should do something to trash it. And talking about rigging, Senate reconvenes on Electoral Act 2022 amendment. They are supposed to reconvene tomorrow to discuss that.
Well, for me, power belongs to the people, and the people want electronic transmission of results. So you should give it to them. Understand me? That is what all the people want for the election results to be electronically transferred. Because what it does is that it reduces human interference in election. Understand me? So instead of going to the connection center with the results, it has already gotten there. So this is what people want. So they should get it. And you should also know, but you know that Akpabio is not a very honest man. You can see what any near that Abaribe said.
Okay, which means the Senate may have passed one thing and the documents that
The same way with the tax
yes, the
bill
tax.
now. Yes, now.
which means they knew what was going to go out. It was not the presidency that doctored it. It's from the House.
But the people works looking at the body movement of their boss. Would our boss be happy with this? Understand me? So you cannot do what you know that your boss will not be happy with.
What boss are we talking about here?
How many boss do you have in Nigeria?
We should know the boss because we have 3 tiers of government.
Nigerian boss.
That's what
Nigerian number one boss.
the constitution gives us 3 tiers of government, and I don't know why we're still at this point where we look up to just one man to take all the decisions for us, whether good or bad, and we'll just be following. Anyway, NNPCL's $1.5 billion refinery failure proves my privatization call right. That's Atiku.
You know, in 2006, that's under the Atiku Obasanjo Atiku administration. Atiku was in charge of the economy, and it was then that this BPE was set up, Bureau of Public Enterprise, that we are privatizing stuff. Then, understand me, and it was then that Port Harcourt refinery was sold to Dangote. 2006. Then the next year, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua came and reverted. So assuming that sale has stood then, Nigeria would have gone further than what we are witnessing now. Understand? So Atiku was in support of privatization, and he privatized a lot of companies, because government is not a good manager of business. Government is not a good manager of business because when you are in government, you have this thing called entitlement mentality. You don't work hard. But if it's shifted to a private citizen, understand, he will do everything to ensure that succeeds. Just like now, go to Newt, go to anywhere. There's no efficiency, understand? Doctors there will just be doing what a friend called parabunating. But they have their own private hospitals that are working. Understand me? Those doctors that are telling you that we don't have this, we don't have that, understand? Their own private hospitals are working. And that's how it is. So for me, privatization is the way to go. And anywhere in the world, what is going on is a privatization. Then at most, PPP.
Private public partnership.
Sure.
Okay. Well, American Army has arrived Nigeria and they are welcomed in Aso Rock now.
Aso Rock has no alternative. Understand? Aso Rock cannot send them back. Already, they have said that there's a collaboration. Understand? So this is part of that of it. So, and I pray that none of those soldiers get killed, because Americans don't like losing any of their soldiers. It makes them mad.
Interesting. But don't you fear compromise or something as well?
Compromise, huh?
You know, they are in Aso Rock. Will you say there will be a fair collaboration, knowing what our government is bent on doing, trying to change the narrative that there's no genocide, there's no killings the way it's being reported and all that, and they are even paying people to lobby. These people have also, on their own, said in fact, there are videos all around where they had this special session on Nigeria and other countries and the kind of testimonies that they were giving. And so on their own, they have sent these people here to a country where the government doesn't even accept that these things are happening. Do you see a fair collaboration there?
You cannot cover killings. Understand me? You can never cover killings because the one that died has ruinations. Understand me? The people that are being killed have ruinations, and somebody cannot die, and you tell or the brother or the sister not to talk. Understand? So, American embassy is here. Their diplomats are here. They are getting on a minute by minute information what is happening in the country.
Okay, let's go to politics. Let's go back to politics. Makinde Wike camp set for showdown at PDP headquarters today. There was a pronouncement from the court, and it kind of like favored the Makinde faction at some point. Now INEC has recognized the Wike faction, and both of them are claiming authenticity. So I don't know how it's going to be today. There's going to be a showdown. What would you say about the drama in PDP?
No, for me, no matter how bad our judiciary is, understand, we should always be law abiding. Understand? The PDP National Secretariat are now on temporary occupation. So when the court judgment favors Wike, they'll go and occupy. When the favors Makinde, they go and occupy. So they should be obeying court orders. I cannot advise anybody not to obey court order. So right now that the pendulum has swung to Nyesom Wike. Understand?
How has that flung to him? Well, because this is INEC recognizing them. If it was not the court that recognized them, so how are they better than the other group that was recognized by the court?
For now, court rejected the I mean that's INEC rejected the Turaki faction, saying that the convention that they held in Ibadan was illegal. Understand? That what they recognize is the Samuel Anyanwu, and understand me. So since this is where we are now, the Makinde faction should step aside. Let the weaker faction go and occupy, and I know it's going to be temporal. Understand? Maybe by next month, court will give another judgment. Makinde own weaker own people will not understand me. For you to see how childish these people are.
Oh dear God! So there's a political party that is doing short term in, in their national headquarters.
You use the right word. What they are doing at the PDP National Secretariat is short time.
Oh, this is really funny. Okay, but a not too funny thing is Ghana recalls envoy to Nigeria over alleged electoral malpractice. So I don't know. Shameful thing. A lot of things are happening. A peek into that story says the government of Ghana has recalled its High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mohammed Ahmed, following allegations linking him to electoral malpractice during a party primary election in Ghana. Okay, so it's not a Nigerian thing, it's a Ghana thing. He meddled. He came to Nigeria, and I think he learned very well from from us and went. So they recalled him because of what he did. The president, John Mahama, announced in a presidential statement on Saturday. So he's been recalled based on that. He's a good student. He learned very well from the best.
But that also shows you the kind of President Mahama is. Understand me? Because both of them belong to the same political party. But because he doesn't support that, he has to say no, this guy should not continue in the office. Understand? But if it's in Nigeria, nothing of such will happen.
And because he's the face of Ghana here, he should not be somebody that will have questionable character.
Now imagine our own faces abroad. The Reno Omokris of this world, the Femi and Fani and Kayodes of this world. Check their antecedents. Understand? So that shows you where Nigeria is at this point in time.
Oh, well, let's just use this time to talk briefly about your book and let people know how to get it before we wrap up.
That's in VOP 90.3 FM now. Understand that's in VOP office now. I have 3 books. Dangote's 10 Commandments on Money, which is a one-on-one interview with Andiko Dangote. Understand? So it was rated as one of the best development books in the world by Wall Street Journal, which is the biggest and highest circulating newspaper in the United States. And here in Nigeria, Small Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, Sweden, adopted it as a workbook for grooming entrepreneurs. Understand? Is there now. Dangote 10 Commandments on Money is there. Then I have another development book.
How much does that go for?
5,000.
Okay.
5,000. Then I have another development book, self-development book, how to be the best that you can be. Understand? How to be the best that you can be. It's a self-development book. It is also there. Then abuse of power, how democracy turned into tyranny of the few, is also there. So those who need it should come to VOP office, 42 Murtala Mohammed International Airport Road. Then they can also send their message to 080 35 77 9230. 080 35 77 9230.
9230.
They can send a message, just say, I need the book. All of them are 5,000 naira.
Okay, so any book that you need, you state it there.
Sure, but all of them have the same price, 5,000 naira
Yeah,
each.
because I might need the Dangote's 10 laws of
10 commandments of money.
10 commandments of money and not the rest, so I should state there so
yeah.
that the copies will be made available. Okay, so you've heard it. Come to the VOP office and you will be attended to. If you pay 5,000 to develop yourself to the point that you become Aliko Dangote, I think it will not be a bad thing. And okay, thank you so much, Dr. Anosike. I nearly called you Barrister Anosike.
No.
Well, it fits you.
Nigeria lawyers are disappointing. They are disappointing big time.
Is it the lawyers or the judges?
It's the lawyers that are disappointing. An instance, they go that to court with indefensible cases. Understand me? INEC said that party affairs, understand me, issues concerning political parties are their own domestic affairs. Still, lawyers go to court based on this.
Okay.
Which protest has MBA carried out in this country? Mention one. Which protest has Nigeria Bar Association carried out in this country? Understand? There are now all these stupidities to be going on so that they will be going to court. Because whether they lose or win, you have paid your professional fees.
So they're acting like big pharmacies that allow allow illness so that they can sell drugs. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Anosike, for coming.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you.
We've been talking with Dr. Anosike. Get one of his books, anyone that interests you, or get 3 of them. If you come to the office of Voice of the People, you will get attended to. All the books are 5,000 naira each. Well, it's still the front page review. I'm your host, Nyamgul Agaji. The lines are open now. 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. You can also call 080 3692 9933. 080 3692 9933. Or for WhatsApp, it's 081 71 75 6338. 081 71 75 6338. Call us now and let's hear you talk. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Tyson, calling from Yaba.
Okay, go right ahead.
Thank you for your job.
Could you speak out a little bit more?
I said, well done for the job you are doing there.
Thank you very much.
And and thank Anosike for his analysis.
Yeah.
And I want to correct one impression for the analysis about the indigenous people of Nigeria. The Hausa and other tribes in the north were part of indigenous part of Nigeria before the Fulani came in 2th century. So Fulani is not part of Nigeria indigenous people, just like Igbos, indigenous people of Nigeria. So secondly, talking about the dictatorship. Now the governor recognized that Nnamdi Kanu has power to say, they meet Nnamdi Kanu to say that we should stop, the Igbo should stop dictatorship. And the same Nnamdi Kanu, they are allowed to change even like care. This man, they call Tijani, or someone from the north, from the Republic, is in Nigeria here. Having a federal government with a part of Nigeria where they pay him tax. And this guy is here in Nigeria here, and nobody is doing that about it. Then Nnamdi Kanu, in as much as I don't support it at all, because of the threat of Nigeria, how the people are being treated. Let me give you an example. In Benue State, during the regime of Buhari, they called the affected celebrate to bring their guns for peace. They brought their guns for peace. The next thing, they attacked the community. The same thing that happened to them in Power State. They called the people to bring their to bring their cause for peace, and they brought their own for peace. What happened? So this is not because the hammering of this. This thing happens that is happening in Nigeria today. There are a group of people led by Buhari and even the past president. They realize this country. We had hammering it, and the so-called governor of Southeast and the of Southeast not believe that the so-called Southeast governor allowed that man to be given last year. And now they are going back to him to say, please announce that there should be no dictatorship. Those are not supposed to be dictatorship. But the Southeast governors are the problem in Southeast. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, callers, we're listening. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Nambo.
Good
My
morning.
name is Robert. Dr. Anojike, morning, sir.
Morning.
My contribution on this issue is that I am beginning to lose hope on this 10th National Assembly members. I know very well that the any assembly, let me put it that way, is lobby take place a lot. You understand?
Yeah.
Putting into consideration what has transpired in this country, even when they reconvene, that emergency reconvene, Emegwele and his members. I think we rather read that some people were lobbied to, how much they pay, something like that. In this country, the tax law, what they discussed, Akpabio and his member, and what was gazetted was different. You understand? A senator who was their member raised that eyebrow, and up to today, nobody has been punished. And the law is on operation as we speak today now. It has been signed into law. Now, this electoral bill they debated last week, I think the issue of electronic transfer is the debate here. And Akpabio categorically said that it is not mandatory, that it's not going to be mandatory. But Abaribe came up again and tell us another thing, that was not what they agreed on. So who are we going to believe among them? Does it mean that they are not in one voice, all of them in that house? That's my fear. Now, the reconvey of tomorrow, NSC, they have, threatening that if they don't pass this mandatory transmission of electoral result into law, that they will shut down the country, they will protest and the rest. Fine. No matter what, at least they are okay. But, Jambo, my problem is this. Whenever the Senate say they have urgent meeting to reconvene, emergency something, when they are supposed to go on recess, I'm afraid. Does it mean maybe Ghana must go as a change house somewhere, and people are being forced from the house to say, oh yeah, everybody should come and let us, those who say I should let everybody say I, so that they will pass that thing. You understand? Because we know these people, despite how much they collect, they can still use money to do anything at the detriment of Nigeria. That is my fear. This Akpabio led the Senate. It's like this man is an enemy of this country. Something that 2023, this thing brought a serious problem in this country. And one will expect that at least before the next election will come up, this Senate National Assembly will have, put that to rest, so that in the next subsequent election, people will not have problem. But the reverse is the case. Akpabio should not put Nigeria into fire, for God's sake. Election is not the do or die affair. There must be a loser, there must be a winner.
Sure.
You cannot tell INEC to say at that discretion, no. Put it into law. Electronic transfer, fine. As you vote, let it be transferred to the area, so that there will be minimum chance to rig. That is what Nigeria are craving for, nothing else. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And a free and fair election is possible in Nigeria. We had the option A4 of 1993, the Abiola time, and Humphrey Nwosu of blessed memory gave us that. So Nigerians want to have a free and fair election, and I hope that this will be the solution to our problem. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello,
I can hear you. Good morning.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning. My name is Fear Wisdom. I'm calling from Ojo.
Okay. Go on, wisdom. Give us some wisdom.
All right. Concerning this electoral act that has been passed and it's causing confusion in the country all these days, this Akpabio-led administration and even the current government is like working in an authoritative way whereby they are trying to, convince everybody into their own case. Whatever they do, whatever they do, is like just to figure it out and they call it a name and they will expect the whole country to follow suit, and which is not possible. Which is not possible because even if you look at the system now, whatever the president said in indoor before they will bring it into the public and they will try to announce it. And what is Akpabio in particular is doing in that house? Sometimes when you are watching, the other senators they will be trying to suggest. And therefore you will just knock that table from and he say the I have it. Sometimes nothing is said. He will just mention I have it and we will go with it. If we continue like that, I don't think Nigeria will get it well. We are not getting it well over the year, I know, but try to amend it. But what is going on now is, I know they have already written down the result of 2037. That is upcoming. They have already written it down how it will be
They will
and who
cancel.
will be. Yes.
They will cancel
So
that
if we
result.
continue like that, we the youth, we are in trouble. Not even them, because they have been ruling over the year when people were born from a phone that talking now. We started primary school, they were ruling, so nursery, primary, secondary, higher education. Now we are the youth. They will just continue like that, sabotaging us, ruling us in the way they want it in the only days way. Nothing is coming out, not for their pocket and their grandchildren that cannot work for themselves, working for them. We are just like slaves for them. And it's not supposed to be so. Nigeria is on fire. But the only way to quench it is our prayer. And if our prayer can work, fine. If not, the country has gone mad. Has gone mad. Ah,
Thank you. Thank you very much. I remember a novel that said that our husband has gone mad again. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, Inya.
Good morning to
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning. I can hear you. Go on.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Inyam. This is Fabalos calling from Thailand,
Okay, go ahead.
your friend.
Mm,
Yes. First of all, I just wanna appreciate you for your good work
thank
you
you.
have been doing in this platform since
Thank
you
you.
arrived. And I just wanna ask this what will I call it? Is this sarcastic question? Let me call it sarcastic. How many times have you been invited, or how many times have you been warned since you have started this your work in this program? Because last time Barrister Anosike, good morning there, good morning over
Yeah,
there. I'm
okay.
the one that always speak my mind. This Inyan is doing a great work. This Inyan is doing a great work. This Inyan is doing a great work. I don't mean to regret myself listening to Ikamidi Riju then, because I just feel like when he was anchoring this platform, he suppressed a lot of Nigeria. And I'm asking myself why it goes like that. But since this man Inyan come this platform, things change. Nigerians are happy. Nigerians are speaking like they are free. What change? That is why I want to ask you, what change? Have they invited you since you have been piloting this affair here? Because you are doing a great work, and I can say that all Nigerians that has been listening to you can attest to this. That is, by the way, Nigerians, please, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You guys should just go there. Do not try to be violent. Sit down there. If you did not work out today, protest tomorrow. Allow them to kill you. Let me use spy. Allow them to buy you. It's better that your government buy you than terrorists come in your house and buy you. Americans are watching. The whole world are watching. This is your time. Use your time well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope I don't get invited after this. But thank you for the compliment. Our Nigeria will be great again. We might be going through a lot of things now, but I believe in Nigeria because I believe in myself and the people that I've come to know. Okay, let me just take some messages here. Good morning, VOP family crew. Akpabio should better compel the Senate to pass the compulsory electronic transmission of election results real time before it is too late for them. The Nigerian electorate are saying the only way their voices can be heard in an election is through electronic transmission of election results real time. What is Akpabio afraid of? We have cash and carry judiciary in Nigeria, to say the least. If not, how can number 4 become the number 1 in Imo State that make Hope Uzodinma governor? Benjamin from Shogunle wrote this in. This one is saying, good morning and brand new week to you all in the studio. Akpabio and co telling Nigerians that there are no networks in 9 states. I now ask, is there no representative and governors in those states? Is there no network in their pockets and bank accounts on daily basis? What a confused group of people called rulers and not leaders. We have been fooled enough by these wicked politicians. Many killings going on in Nigeria today are almost APC-controlled states. After telling Nigerians that they are defecting to APC so that they can secure their states, but at the end, what is the result now? Please, who is fooling who now? Nigerians, please wake up from your slumber and take back your country before it's too late for you and me. APC, INEC, the judiciary, and Nigerians will dig it come 2027. Oh God, arise and trouble those who are troubling Nigerians. Mayor from Ikotu. Hello, good morning.
Inyam Go.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning to you. My name is Akodeba. I'm calling you from Apapa.
Go ahead, Akodeba.
Please, can you tell me one local government in Nigeria where there is no POS machine? Just tell me one.
I have no idea.
Tell me one local government in Nigeria where they are not writing JAMB and WAEC. Tell me one local government in Nigeria where there is no NTN or GLO or Airtel network. Tell me one local government that is not paying tax in Nigeria. You can collect my tax electronically, but you cannot transmit my result in election electronically. Who is deceiving who here? Please, Akpabio should do the needful in real time. Okay? He is telling us that his party is popular. If you are popular and you can beat your chest that you are popular, then why are you afraid of electronic transmission of results? Which is the whole world. That is what is obtainable, the whole world. Why is it that he wants to drag us into Stone Age? The whole world is going electronic. You can collect my money through the electronic transfer by me paying tax. People can write WAEC and JAMB through this thing. A POS machine is operating in the whole of Nigeria, the whole 746 local government. There's no problem. But this one that will help the citizens, you say that it can be. Please, it will be. It's a must. Okay? Nigerians, we must resist this one. This one, they must do it. It's a must. It's a must. Okay? This country, Akpabio belongs to a Nigerian family. I belongs to a Nigerian family. Yago belongs to a Nigerian family. All of us are Nigerians. No one is more Nigerian than each other. This is what we want, and Akpabio and the rest of his cohort must do it. It's a must. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, I dispute that. I'm more Nigerian than a lot of these politicians. You know why? Maybe you are also more Nigerian than a lot of them because they have dual citizenship. And if you have dual citizenship, you cannot claim you are more Nigerian than I am. I am the one who has Nigeria as my only country, at least for now. So I can claim that I'm a better citizen of Nigeria than whatever politician has dual citizenship. Some of them have citizenship in even 3 countries, and they're proud of it. Their children are outside. When their wives get pregnant, they go outside to give birth to them so that they can have citizenship outside and all that. I wish we were like a country like, is it Cote d'Ivoire, that said you must not have dual citizenship. It's either you are a citizen of their country or you're not. And that's what maybe has given us World Cup hope, because they fielded players that were having dual citizenship at the time they played with Nigeria. But let's not go into that. That's not sports. But like I said, A lot of Nigerians have Nigeria as the only country they know, the only country they belong to, the only country they are citizens of. And those group of Nigerians are more Nigerians than the people who are claiming to be Nigerians but yet have another citizenship, and they can run to anytime there is fire on the mountain in Nigeria. So beat your chest and say you're more Nigerian than some people. Oh dear, why can't I get this call out? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Enyango.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for picking my call today. My name is Obinna, calling from Ejigo.
Obinna, sorry. If you've
For
been
weeks
waiting.
now, you refuse to pick my call.
No, there's no way of knowing it's your call coming in. I just pick everyone randomly.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank you.
Go ahead.
Somebody said that nobody can win Tinubu in Lagos State again.
Yeah, somebody said
Simple
so.
telling us we should not conduct election here in Lagos again because Tinubu is already a winner. So no need to compete or to conduct election. Is it not what the simple mean? So there is nobody should contest with him. So we should not conduct elections. So that is by the way. This electoral reform, if they will not do electoral reform, nobody should contest. Nobody should contest. If anybody contests with Tinubu, it simply means you know this thing is imitation, and they are selling it in the price of original, and you want to buy it because you can't win him. Let Akpabio do the normal thing he's supposed to do. If you will not do the electoral reform, transmission of the result at the right time, let nobody contest with anybody. There will be no election. Why will you see that this is imitation and you want to buy it? Is it not wasting of time? It's wasting of time now contesting with APC or Tinubu. It's wasting of time because you can't win them. You will go to court and the court will tell you that it's not the law. So no, this is what Nigeria want, and they must it must be so. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Obinna. And sorry we haven't been able to pick your call. We love everybody who calls us. Call us or send us a WhatsApp message. Okay, let me go back to the WhatsApp messages. Okay, after this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my friend, Yanku.
Good morning to you.
I was thinking that I'm only one that loves you, but I don't know someone from Finland that confirmed it.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Go right ahead, please. What's your name?
The man of the people you are.
Thank you.
Abacha, after many years, has been helping us, sending us money to live. Please, I would like to plead to Humphrey Wolf. Please let his spirit continue to help us to do the writing electronically. Yes. If that man, up to now, has not been given a sort of President award, I wonder what Nigeria is waiting for. Just to say Nigeria is a rewarder of the evil ones, but the ones that do good things, they are not rewarded. Let the spirit of Humphrey Wolf be revoked now and help Nigeria. And now let Nigerians, let us get it now and force that man that doesn't want to dance to the tune of the masses apart. Let him do the right thing now, or else if this party goes to flame, this is the one that should be held responsible for it. That is Java whatever they used to knock on the table to stop the weaker ones as the stronger ones as a part of something. We should take again and do the right thing now. We can't continue to complain every time. Now the electronic transmission of result is not now. Now in 2015, it wasn't then. 2019, it wasn't then. Today, it will not be done now. When will it be? But a tax was gazetted within 1 month and approved. They should think again. They should not take Nigeria for granted.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, it's time now to pay some bills. When we return at 10:30, we'll continue to pick your calls and take your messages as well. But like I said, we'll have to pay some bills right now and take that break that we usually take at this moment. Don't go away. We'll reconnect after now. Stay with us.
People, how things they go, God go bless us. Now kudos homes limited